Alright, hey guys, so today I'll be taking a quick look at a game called Mysterium. This is a psychic clue game that is based off the original board game of Mysterium. Full disclosure, I've never played the original board game, so this is a new experience for me, but I find it to be quite interesting. So let's go ahead and start the story mode. The way this game works is basically you play as a psychic and you use the help of a ghost who will give you clues in order to solve a murder case. So the clues are quite vague and it's kind of like a guessing game, but you have to use the clues in order to find out like the murder weapon, where the murder took place, and so forth. So let's go ahead and do the first case, which is basically the tutorial level. There's this this very long plot that you can read through that's quite interesting, but for the sake of time, I'm just gonna skip through this. So here we go. Alright, you're new to this, but you're going to be fine. Just trust your gut and don't be afraid of anything that might happen to you. So I'm gonna skip through this as well. You have a vision. Let's crack this case. Our goal is to help the ghost find his killer by guessing the correct suspect, location, and weapon. This is your icon, okay. The ghost will send you vision cards to vaguely hint at who the killer is. Tap on the small vision card to see a bigger version on the left. Okay, so here is the clue. This is the list of suspects. Tap on the suspect to see a bigger version of the card. Okay. Note that each psychic has their own suspect. The ghost's memory is unclear, so you need to help them narrow down the list of suspects first. The vision card has a blade on it. Maybe the ghost is hinting at something connected to knives or razors. Find a suspect who relates to the image. When you are ready, hit the choose button under the suspect. Okay, so basically this is our clue, the thing on the right, and on the left is the suspects. So these are the 4 suspects that we can choose, and at the top there's this timer, and when that timer goes all the way down, basically I think you lose or something happens, but you have to use this clue. And you can look at this clue and you see a saw blade, you see a sickle, and you see this like whip looking thing. So we have to see which one of these people matches that description. So what I'm thinking is it's probably this guy, but because as you can see here, there's a razor blade and some scissors, which kind of matches up with the saw blade and the sickle, so we'll choose this guy. You only have 2 minutes to make your choice. These are the results of all the psychics' guesses. Basically, there's multiple psychics that you're competing against, and whoever solves the case first, I think, wins. So there we go. So we're moving on to round 2. Six hours left. Great guess, my friend. Now guess the location where the murder took place. You have a vision. So here's the next vision that the ghost is giving to us. Looks like some sort of gargoyle on a statue and some weird looking thing. I guess it's another statue. And there's like a dragon in the bottom right corner. Very weird image. So we have to guess the location based off of those clues. So let's see here. I'm thinking it's either this one, just because it looks kind of similar to the setting, or maybe it's this one, because there is like a little like a lion statue here which looks very similar to this picture. Is there anything else that may give us any clue? I don't think so. I thought I might be able to see the dragon somewhere, but I don't see any indication of any dragons, so we're just gonna go with this picture. Chosen. And we chose correctly. So it's kind of a guessing game. And the next one. Great guess. Now guess the murder weapon. Alright, so we have to guess the murder weapon. And here's the clue. So I'm just guessing, since there is a blade in the background, that it's probably something to do with a blade. So we're gonna go with the blade, because that's what that one guy was holding as well, the murderer that we chose. It's kind of like a detective game, except that we're just like kind of guessing at what the clues are. We're not using facts or anything, we're just using the ghost's visions. Now that you've narrowed down the list of possibilities with the fellow psychics, it's time to find out the circumstances of the murder that took place. One of the combinations tells the true story of the murder. The ghost gives you 3 hints. Each card represents a suspect, a location, or a weapon. Choose wisely. You have only 1 time to guess correctly. Tap the culprit that you think is right and then click the choose button. The vote is secret. You will not be able to use the chat. Okay. You can play this game online with other people, multiplayer, which might be kind of interesting. So here is the clues that the ghost has given us. So I'm seeing some axes. I'm seeing a little lion. And I'm seeing like a blade. So just looking through here, like there's a blade here, there's a lion here, and there's a blade here. So it has to be the top one. Revealing the true culprit. So that guy was the murderer. Victory! Case closed. That was quite a disturbing night. We discovered that Mr. McDowell's friend, a nobleman by the name of Mr. Reimer, was butchered by his longtime barber, Mr. Boyd. Every Thursday morning, Mr. Boyd would trim Mr. Reimer's beard, only this time his razor cut way too deep. As in both previous cases, Mr. Boyd doesn't have any recollections of what happened with the ill-fated Thursday evening. Okay, so reading those like long documents, you kind of set up the story. So let's do this case. I'm just gonna skip through this oh wait, it's not that long. Nathan Cowley's journal, September 1921. Today, Mr. McDowell and I went to the train station to meet his friend, Mr. Alphonse de Bacour, something like that. Apparently, he's a famous French numerologist. His brother died on the battlefield at Verdun, while, how do you pronounce that name? Alphonse? Or Alphines? I don't know, it's probably Alphonse, I don't know, was at home studying for a doctorate in mathematics. Shattered by the news, he sought comfort by throwing himself into the research, in time realizing that the amazing secret properties of numbers can be harnessed by those able to interpret them. Alphonse's research into the science of numbers has enabled him to partially decipher hidden messages embedded in major texts from around the world. Okay, I don't understand. Is that the plot? Conrad says, you show great promise as a psychic. Tonight we will continue your training in the arcane arts. It's a great honor to work with you both. So I guess we're playing as Nathan. Glad you realize how lucky you are. Okay, you have a vision. Okay, so it's time to guess the murder. This case is quite difficult. To help the ghosts, you must earn clairvoyancy points. The more clairvoyancy points you have, the more vision cards you will get in the last phase of the case. You earn clairvoyancy points by finishing the game faster or by voting on other players' votes. This icon means that the psychic has chosen their suspect. Tap on their icon to see their choice and their vision cards. So you get clairvoyancy points by finishing the game faster or by voting on other players' votes. Okay, so we click on this. Drag the green token to the psychic's icon if you agree with their choice, and the red one if you don't. When you guess right, you get 1 clairvoyancy point. So we're dragging this over here. Does that mean I agree with their choice? Okay. Now what? I guess I voted on this choice. Don't forget to choose your own suspect before the turn finishes. Tap on the icon and select the suspect. Alright. So the clue is wait, what was this guy? Oh, did we get different clues? Oh, there's different clues, okay. So I guess in a real game, you're like voting on other people's choices as well. So I'm seeing this like weird spider looking thing. I don't know what this is. And a girl crossing with water. So it's probably a woman. And these look like, I'm thinking it's probably this girl. Because these are like, these kind of look like the legs of the spider. Or could it be someone else? Actually, it could be this woman. Because the spider is mechanical. This is like a machine. So we're gonna choose this lady. And I guessed correctly. Sweet. So, next phase. 6 hours left. So now we are... You didn't guess correctly. Try guessing again this turn. The more clairvoyancy points you earn, the more vision cards you will get in the last phase of the game. All clairvoyancy tokens replenish at the start of turn 4. You have a vision. I thought I did guess correctly. I guess I voted wrongly on that player. It told me to vote for him. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm seeing like a horse going across and a fishing pole. And what is that? The number 2. So it's probably has something to do with water. And what is this? More water. So I think it has to have something to do with water, so we're gonna vote on that. Yep, and I'm going to round 3. So I guess you don't have to vote on other people's, but you earn clairvoyancy points, which awards you extra clues at the end of the round, at the end of the game. So now we're guessing the murder weapon. There's a fork, a knife, a spoon, and a hat, and a cockroach. I'm guessing it has to be the fork. I don't see anything else here. Yep. Okay, so moving on to the end. Make sure to vote with your clairvoyancy tokens to increase your chance of winning the game. All psychics made a choice. Are you ready to proceed? You won't be able to change your choice. Yes. Alright, so here's the final suspect lineup. You have a vision. So it looks like, unfortunately, I only got 1 clue instead of all 3 because I didn't have enough clairvoyancy points. But, like, this is what those are the 3 pictures I chose, so it has to be right? If I'm not mistaken. Unless this has something to do, like, it has to be this, right? Revealing the true culprit. Oh. Defeated? Huh. Okay, so it's not always the choices you chose. I guess at the end of the game you have to really rely on these pictures to determine... So I lost that case. Alright, let's try that again. I wonder if it's the same exact thing as last time. Looks like it is. Let's get clairvoyancy points this time. I wonder what would happen if I chose this one. Oh wait, I got different cards. Oh, so it's different each time. So there's a bell. Oh, never mind. That was his choices. Okay. It's different for him. Okay, so we'll just choose the same ones we chose last time. And I got 1 clairvoyancy point for choosing correctly on his thing. So basically what you're doing is you're going to the other people's choices, seeing what they picked, and determining if they're right or wrong. And you have a certain amount of time to do all of this. So, like, looking at this, he's choosing this guy. I'm just gonna like guess that that's correct, and I guess I can do the same with this guy. What the heck are these? Like plants? I think this guy is guessing wrong. So I'm gonna put no on him. And then for me, I'm gonna choose what I chose last time, which is the pool. And we'll see if we get some points for this. Yep. Nice. So this time I should have more clues at the end. You have a vision. So I'm gonna choose the knife, but let's look at the other people first. He's choosing like an alchemy lab. There's candles on a trap. Wait, he has a ton of clues. What's up with this? I'm just gonna like throw whatever, just random. And I was right. Hooray. Okay, so this is the final round, I believe. Just waiting, waiting, waiting. There we go. So since I have all these clairvoyancy points, I got 4 clues. You have a vision. So here are all the clues. So I'm just trying to figure out like why was... Okay, so there's like a rope. So I think this one shows like a bunch of rope. So that's why it was, or wait, maybe it's this one. This one has a picture of a rope. There's a wheel. Okay, so there's a wheel here, and that's what there's a wheel here. And then the first one, I guess there's pictures of bikes on the top. I don't know, like the first picture doesn't relate to anything. At least not from what I'm seeing, but case closed. It's kind of silly that you can just replay the same stage after knowing who the culprit is. Oh wait. Yeah, okay, I won. I was gonna say, did I lose? So after you play it once, you're gonna know what it is the second time. That's what I'm trying to say anyway. We'll do the third mission. I'm gonna try to actually beat a mission, like, by myself. Just gonna skip that. Oh, I'm now playing as the ghost. The psychic's correct suspect is highlighted. Okay, so the campaign is entirely a tutorial. The psychic's correct suspect is highlighted in red flames. These are the vision cards you have. Try to describe the suspect with the vision cards you have. Drag the suitable visions to the character card. So now I'm playing as the ghost. So I guess in multiplayer, one person's the ghost and the other people are the psychics. Send the vision cards to the psychic by tapping the send button. Notice that you've received a new vision card in place of the ones that you sent to the psychic. Help the psychics guess the suspect. Tap on a psychic's icon to see their suspect. Give visions to the psychic. Okay, so I'm supposed to give more visions to the psychic. Okay, so this is the murderer, I guess. This chef. So I need to do something that relates to food, or maybe a spoon, or some, I don't know. What the heck? Honestly, none of these clues are working for me. Let's go to the third person. It's like a doctor with a syringe and a first aid kit. Like these pictures, like none of these pictures are relating. I don't understand this. Like none of these clues are gonna help me at all. Maybe this? Wait, okay, so maybe the top hat can relate to this chef hat, so we'll do that. Oh wait, wait, there we go. So I gave him a card. The third person, probably this thing. Maybe. I don't even know what this is. It's like a dead thing? Oh, crap. I'm just gonna go with it. I don't know what the heck that is. Alright, finish. Give visions to the psychic. I guess I finished. Now what? One person guessed wrong. Damn. This would definitely be this would definitely be more fun with other people, like friends. or just random players in multiplayer. But for now, I think it's kind of, I don't know, it's not very fun playing by myself, especially playing as the ghost. I do not like playing as the ghost. Is there any way to leave? Yeah, let's just quit. Actually, I want to leave the game. Oh wait, I probably can't go back to the main menu. I don't want to quit out of the entire game. So I think I'm just going to end this episode here. Just a quick look at Mysterium, a psychic clue game. Surely it's better played with friends, but this is just a first impressions type video. It's a very interesting game where you have to like use the clues to try to guess like the murder weapon, the murderer, and then the murder location. I think it's very interesting and kind of a cool concept. So anyways, thanks for watching and have a nice day.